Hi everyone, it's time for another weekly COVID-19 update for business owners in New Zealand. Over the last week, there have been some developments on the wage subsidy scheme. A big one being that employees can now search a register to check whether you've received the wage subsidy so that they can make sure they're being paid correctly. It's really important that you continue to meet your employer obligations. They've also answered quite a few frequently asked questions, such as how to repay the subsidy if, for example, you've made a staff member redundant during the 12 weeks that it's valid for. Instructions for this can be found on the COVID-19 government website, and I'll link to them in this post. Another development, which is huge for business owners, is the Business Finance Guarantee Scheme. In the middle of last week, shortly after last week's update, all of the major banks made links available to access the scheme, or at least get in the queue. It's an expression of interest, and what we know now from those links being put up is that there are 5 key pieces of information, as I anticipated, that would be required in order to apply. They are your financial accounts, your cash flow forecasts, confirmation of your company's tax position, your own personal statement of financial position, as well as your own income statement for the money that you draw out of the business. I'll also link through to the post that I wrote about this, which has links for all of the major banks so that you can register your expression of interest if you'd like to. The other big news last week is what the government is changing in the Companies Act around insolvencies, and this is a result of a petition that was put forward by the Institute of Directors, of which I'm actually a member. The insolvency measures are going to provide a bit of a safeguard for directors of companies that are facing liquidity problems due to COVID-19. I'm not going to go into that too much here because it is a fairly complex piece of legislation. As I stressed on Friday, it is really important that if you feel out of your depth on any of these government support packages that are becoming available, especially around insolvency and taking on additional debt, that you seek expert advice. It can be quite complicated, and reading through what they've published so far today, it's not the most straightforward thing to get into.
As we all know, we're currently at the level 4 alert stage. We're all on lockdown. Level 3 is the restricting stage. Now this means that some businesses will still need to remain closed, and we're yet to find out exactly what those businesses are. But for those of you that are able to continue trading, or resume trading I should say, you need to start looking at how the Level 3 restrict alert level is going to impact the operations of your business. The government have been quite vocal about increasing their contact tracing, so how are you going to capture all the details of people that you interact with on a face-to-face basis, or the people that even walk onto your premises? That's something that you'll need to start thinking about as we, cross fingers, approach the reduction in the alert level. I'll be back later in the week with more information and updates as things evolve, and especially around those insolvency measures and the debt hibernation scheme. I really didn't want to go into those in too much detail yet until the legislation's been passed and we know exactly what the processes are going to be. In the meantime, you may like to have a look at my blog where I've got all of the videos that I've previously posted both here and on Facebook, my YouTube channel, or reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Facebook if you'd like some one-on-one advice. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.